Oh, it's a good baby. You wanna go to locals with me? Yeah.
You're watching Rain Knight Gaming.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rain Knight Gaming. I'm Rain Knight, and it is release weekend. Well, I guess it was release weekend because I got home from my last event, and I'm sitting here going to tell you guys about what happened. It was a really, really fun time, and ended up being not as many events as I thought I was going to have to go to, because I was able to successfully get into 6 release events all through Dayton and Columbus areas, just in case I had trouble finding stuff. First up, I was going to go up to Dayton to No Limit, and I heard that they were going to allow you to buy a box after the tournament was over. But on my way up there, I was keeping my eye on Discord, because if you guys want to find out what's happening where with stores, try to find the Discord pages. They tend to tell things quicker on there than putting on any other social media. Champion had put on that they had structure decks for sale. They weren't holding anything back, and they weren't waiting for the events. They were just like, hey, these are going to be on our shelves. You guys come, you can buy 1 per person, and best luck to you. So I was able to swing right in there and buy a box. I think I was the first person to get one too, which was pretty funny. So we got one of our structure decks, and then we headed up to No Limit and had a bunch of fun there. That store is ridiculous. It's so huge. I think this is only like the 3rd time I've been up there, and only the 2nd time I've actually played up there. But it was a crazy store. They've got just about anything and everything you would ever need for gaming. So if you guys ever want to go up there and just like look for just about anything you want, that is the place to go. But really fun place. Had a really good time. Bunch of good talking with everybody there. It's always such a good time going to these events because everyone's really psyched for everything. And you just get to talk to everyone that loves the same thing that you love. It just makes for a really good evening. And late evening it was. Because by the time we got done, I was able to get in line and get my box. Super excited for that.
Whew, that was a long one. I'm not used to being up this late. It's past 9 o'clock and I'm tired, but I got the box. So look for that next week of me opening this up. I'll see you guys at the next one.
And then head on home. And yeah, I didn't get home until about midnight, which is way past this old man's bedtime, especially since we had to get up the next day at, what time did I have to get up? I had to get up like 7 o'clock to get ready to go to the soldiery in Columbus, because I live in BFE, so that's my problem. But in the morning, I woke up a little extra early so I could go ahead and open up my box. And, I'll try to put me opening up that box on the screen so you guys can see it in speed run. Opened some really good stuff and had a good start on my collection because, I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date on how the master set situation is going. Currently I do have a master set of set 1 through 5 of the structure decks, which is pretty awesome. Happy to get all of that stuff ready before this released. So I was able to get a good jump on, all my commons, uncommons, rares, and a couple good, trade options for my LRs. And I actually opened up some decent stuff in my packs. I opened up an Altar R+ in my packs for the tournament, which is really, really awesome. And where was I? Oh, yeah, we were going up to Soldiery. So we go to Soldiery, and one funny story, I got there super early. So I was the first person to get there. Checked in, signed in, all that kind of stuff, went and got my stuff and was setting up. The second guy came in and he signed up and he's like, hey, can we buy packs? And they're like, yeah, you can buy 6 packs. So he bought 6 packs and I was like, oh, I'll buy 6 packs. So bought those and went over, we opened them together, and his very first pull from his first pack that would have been mine if I would have bought packs was the double plus Barbatos. And I was like, that sucks. But he is a super nice guy, and I'm happy for him because he was really pumped to open it up. So it's really fun to see people, get super excited for that kind of stuff. So going into that tournament, they also let you buy a box, which was really cool. I did not expect that at all. So we got both of our boxes. We have one structure deck. So opening this box up, we basically finished off our entirety of our commons, uncommons, which is pretty awesome that, works out like that. We got a whole bunch of the rares. We don't have a ton of rares more to, get, but we did get a lot of good trade fodder. And we made a bunch of trades throughout this whole thing. And we ended up, we did pull a alt art rebuke. I think it's how you say it, the one that pops for Barbatos stuff. And a bunch of other stuff. We traded and pulled, and we ended up getting 3 Barbatoses, the first form, which is a super, super awesome card and the most expensive normal LR. So it's good to have that. Let's see, we made some other trades, played a bunch of games. It was a ton of fun, and I was just about ready to leave, and I was like, okay, go to the next one. Maybe they'll have some structure decks. But a guy came in and was talking to his friend and was like, hey man, I have that brick if you want to buy that brick from me. And if you guys don't know what a brick is, that just means they opened a structure deck, but kept all the cards together and just took the bonus pack out. And they'll sell the brick to somebody for a little bit less money. And the guy's like, no, I don't really want it anymore. And the guy's like, okay, well, I'll get rid of it somehow. And I was like, oh, excuse me, sir. I would like to buy that from you if I may. And so we talked, and he needed a couple different cards, alt arts from stuff, and we came up with a good trade. I definitely overpaid for this brick, but it's just trades. So I was like, you know what? I didn't really lose any money on it because they were all alt arts from stuff that I got from events. So I just, basically got that brick for free. So I'm pretty happy about that. And that completes all of my structure decks. So I have all the structure decks I need, and I've got my 2 boxes. And so I was able to come home and kind of just start sorting through everything. I was going to go over to Guard Tower West, which Guard Tower West is a great store. And I know I would have had a lot of fun, but I was like, you know what? I've gotten everything I need. I'm going to go ahead, and I dropped from that my 2 on Sunday and from Champion on Monday, just because I got everything I need and I didn't want to take up a spot for other people that may be just trying to get some cards. So I went ahead and dropped. Hopefully some people got in that wouldn't have gotten in otherwise and had fun getting their cards. Because I had a lot of work to do. I had to come home, go through all these cards, get them all in my big old binder to start seeing what I still needed. One thing is really cool. On my way home to film this, I did stop at the Dragon's Lair, and they had a bunch of different singles. So I bought a few singles just to continue on my quest for getting all of the LRs. So really happy. Really surprising. The LR situation is very inexpensive for this set. It must just have a lot more things out there, or I don't know. The first set, everything was super high up there, and now it's like all down in the teens and tens, which is really awesome if you're trying to get cards. But yeah, that is going to be about it for me on my trip around Columbus and Dayton. It was going to be 6, but it came down to 2 because I had a bunch of luck. Big shout out to everybody that I saw going out there. If you guys are watching this, make sure to leave a comment down below saying that you saw me. You probably beat me because all of my decks sucked. But okay, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Make a comment down below if you like this kind of stuff. You want to see more stuff like this. I always love hearing from you guys, and I'll always comment back. Things coming in the future for this set. I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date on how the master set is coming along. Of course, I'm going to put out meta watches. Of course, I'm going to start doing some more market watches, and we're doing more playtesting. There is a new way to playtest online, and that is Mobile Suit Arena, which is a PvP online simulator version, which is super, super awesome. So we're going to start doing our 10-minute testing in there instead of just against bots. So look forward to that coming in the future. You know what I say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.